What's up, everyone? Welcome to the top 3 stock video. This one is going to be on the 52-week high breakout pattern, or the all-time high breakout pattern, as a lot of the stocks in the market this past week and of course this coming week are very close to that all-time high breakout. And why it matters is because I did play a lot of all-time high breakout stocks last week and made good money on them, such as, for instance, Netflix, a stock that broke all-time highs and ran up a lot. And this was a really big trade for us on the week. I think like 600% or something on the call options that we had, and it was a fantastic trade. Another stock that did very good is Meta, is another one that broke out and hit all-time highs. So this was another one that did very well when it came to an all-time high breakout. And what I'm looking for, and what I did look for over this weekend, is basically look for these all-time high breakout patterns to see if we can catch some of these all-time high breakout patterns. And so what this video is going to consist of are 3 stocks that have this all-time high breakout pattern, and of course talk about SPY and its technical chart setups that is going on. And to start things off, well, guess what? SPY has an all-time high breakout pattern. So if you guys enjoy this video and you'll enjoy what I put out, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe, and let's get straight into it. So with the SPY all-time high, if you can take a look, all-time high was somewhere around 565, and SPY is basically near 565. So all you're looking for is the break of all-time highs. If it breaks all-time highs, you get a nice push to like 565 and above, right? 566, 567, 568, 569, 570, and so on and so forth. Usually when you get an all-time high breakout, it creates a lot of momentum in a stock. So like, for instance, last time we broke all-time highs, let's say over here, after pulling back, we hit an all-time high around like 525. We went back down to 490. We curled back up. We broke the all-time high, and we ran up like 5 to 6 points to the upside, consolidated right near all-time highs, and then pushed higher for new all-time highs. And once you get these strong pullbacks and come right back up on a more of a V-shaped recovery, because market always tends to come back up with strength, this could push the market higher, and it would be a very aggressive push towards maybe 570, 580, and maybe potentially even the next 30-40 point run towards 600. Who knows? But at the bare minimum, when we get the break of 565, I'm looking for 5 points, which is 570, and I want to make some nice profit on that this week. Now, keep in mind, we do have a big earnings coming up, Nvidia, and Nvidia's earnings are going to move the market. It's going to be on Wednesday, so we at least will have Monday and Tuesday to see if the market can hit all-time highs before Nvidia earnings are released. But after Nvidia earnings is released, if the earnings is good, market would really like it. If the earnings is bad, market will not like it. Because with Nvidia earnings, it's not just going to move Nvidia and the market, is going to move an entire sector, which is the semiconductor AI sector. And all of the stocks that are related to semiconductors and AI are going to move on Nvidia earnings. And so you're going to see the market move. So that is something that we need to keep an eye on. By the way, Nvidia has a beautiful inverse head and shoulder setup that it's building, and it's bullish and crazy good, but we do have earnings, so we have to be careful and cannot trade this pattern as effectively, because earnings is 50-50, and if earnings is not good, we could just ignore this pattern and drop right back down, and anything can happen. So just be careful is what I'm trying to say. Now, moving on, with SPY, all-time high is going to be 565, and that is what you're looking for an upside move. With QQQ, we're not there yet. Now, again, Nvidia is going to move QQQ, so we'll see how things shape up. But QQQ, what I am looking for is for it to break 486. If it breaks 486, we have a gap to fill up to 493. Once we get that 493 gap fill, then we will have the potential for all-time highs. Now, will this happen this week? It could, if Nvidia earnings is really good. But I'm not going to anticipate it, and I'm not going to expect it. All I'm going to be looking for is if on Monday and Tuesday we go up in the market, I want to see this 486 break for us to get to 490 to 493 and fill this gap. And then after that, I'll decide how to play the market based on Nvidia earnings and so on and so forth. But that's basically what I'm looking for the SPY and the QQQ. I don't really want to short the market, but if QQQ breaks 474, you can maybe short it down to 470, 468, but I'm really not interested in shorting the market right now, as the market is near all-time highs and it's looking like it wants to go higher into the election. So yeah, just be careful. Of course, there's also the rate cuts and whatnot that is pushing the market up as well, with anticipation of a rate cut this September. And so that is also playing a factor. Just a lot of positive things that the market is liking, and I don't really want to short the market unless we get easy shorts during the day when the market decides to be red or whatever. So that's kind of it, the SPY and the QQQ. Now moving on, my top 3 stocks. My first one that I like a lot is Costco. Now Costco was a stock that we played last week, and we made 80% on $900 call options, and it was a great trade. Now, why this is on the list for this week is because it hasn't yet hit all-time highs. All-time high is 896.50 area. So what we need for Costco to do is for it to get above, in my opinion, 890. If this week we can get above 890, I think we're going to push to all-time high at 896 and easily hit 900. Now, I don't know if it's going to be able to break 900 or not, but I think at the bare minimum, that gives us a 10-point upside. From 890 to 900 is 10 points, and I want to play some call options to take advantage of that and make some nice profit. On the break of 900, we're going to go to 910, so that is something I can look forward to. But at the bare minimum, I am looking for this break of 890 for a push. If you are the type to like risky plays, you can go in earlier on the break of 885. If it breaks 885, you can play towards 890 and then 895, 896, and the break of 895, 896 for 900. Okay, so Costco, very standard stuff, very simple breakout pattern. If you want to short Costco, you can wait for a break under 870 or 869, but I'm not really going to be shorting it. I'm more focused on the long and the all-time high breakout pattern. Okay, the next all-time high breakout pattern and number 2 stock on the list is Goldman Sachs. Now, I like Goldman Sachs a lot here because it has a beautiful inverse head and shoulder breakout pattern that is leading into an all-time high breakout pattern. So this one has 2 setups, 2 bullish patterns that is working out to make this stock go up. And so I really, really like this setup a lot. It's probably going to do the all-time high breakout pattern this week, and I'm going to take advantage of it. Simply put, all you're looking for is for the stock to break above 517. If it breaks 517, you're going to have all-time highs, and it's going to go to 520, 525, and so on and so forth. If you want to go in early, you can go ahead and play the break of 512.50 area. If it breaks 512.50, you can go ahead and play it towards 517 and then to 520. So a pretty standard setup. An inverse head and shoulder into an all-time high breakout pattern is very easy. You could do a 520 call and get that move to the upside and make a nice profit on the call options. And that is what I'm going to be looking for Goldman Sachs. The final stock on the list, and probably my favorite all-time high breakout pattern, is IBM. Now, IBM is kind of bonkers, okay? So what I'm going to show you guys is crazy because this is going to be one of the biggest move if it is done this week. And the reason I say this is because this stock hasn't hit all-time highs since 2013. It's been more than a decade. And so it's very important. Basically, it's going to be a massive mover and a massive breakout. Now, is it going to have this breakout this week? I don't know. Is it going to happen next week? I don't know. But whenever it does have this breakout, it's going to be an absolutely big, okay? Like the biggest of the biggest, the hugest of the hugest, okay? As Donald Trump would say. It's going to be huge, all right? And this breakout is going to be huge is because this stock hasn't hit all-time highs since 2013, January of 2013. So that's what I'm looking for, is I'm looking for this breakout. And this is the break above 207, roughly. maybe like 206.50, whatever, roughly around there. If it gets this all-time high breakout, it's big, it's huge, and we're gonna be seeing a massive amount of buying volume coming in. The stock will probably hit like 210 in a blink of an eye, and then it'll go to like 215 and maybe even 220. Now, I'm not gonna expect all of that, but what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play it a little bit early before that happens. And what I'm looking for is I'm actually looking for on the daily chart for it to break around 200. If it breaks 200, I'm going to go long and play it towards that 207 and then 210. Very simple, very straightforward. But this breakout is going to be huge. It is one of the biggest mover, in my opinion, that's going to happen if it decides to break that all-time high. And that is my anticipation. I mean, if I were to go zoom in, at 207 is not the right number for all-time highs. Is actually, if I draw it and do this, it's 206, not 207. So if it breaks 206, it's gonna go to 210 and then 215 probably afterward. But at the bare minimum, what I want to do is I want to get in on the break of 200. Now, do keep in mind that this stock does have a bit of an inverse head and shoulder setup going on the weekly. Maybe we'll do a second shoulder. Maybe we'll break out. Maybe this is the second shoulder. But again, it's an incredibly good chart. All-time high breakout pattern. If it breaks out all-time highs and it gets above 200, it's going to be a big one, and I want to play it. So just be prepared for this one. This is going to be the easiest trade of your life if it gets the all-time high breakout, because this stock has not done that since 2013. So it's a very, very big deal. Now, obviously, IBM will also move with NVIDIA earnings, so keep that in mind. But that being said, this is one of my favorite plays of the week, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys on the next one. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace.